Do you guys remember Notion Inc., the Indian company that came out of the Tegra 2 toting tablet which doubled as an ebook reader from a few years back? Well, you'd be forgiven for not remembering since the original Notion Inc. Atom didn't fare all that well. Delays, broken promises, misleading quotes, bad service, buggy software, bulky hardware, the list of reasons for failure just goes on and on. Well, Notion Inc.'s looking to turn things around. Is the Atom 2 capable of helping Notion Inc. pull a 180? Let's find out. Before we do, as always, if this is your first time here or in case you've just forgotten, my name is Ash and you're watching C4E Tech. Let's get started. Let's start with the build. Where some manufacturers fail to listen to consumer feedback and keep churning out device after device made out of plastic, Notion Inc. delivers a stunner, a gorgeous, mostly metal body. To the left, we have the volume rockers, SIM card tray, microSD slot, mini HDMI port, and a USB OTG capable micro USB port. To the right, we have the power button and the 3.5mm headphone jack. And while there's nothing at the bottom, on top we have the dual 100x5 pixel displays. Notion Inc. is trying to replicate the design of a book, and these little displays are supposed to be the equivalent of book titles or labels. Something that gives you information without even having to open the book, or in this case, turn on the Atom 2. And again, that's the same reason why you find a huge bezel to the left. It's useful when you read on the Atom 2, it's useful when you hold it one-handed, and at 584 grams, the Atom 2 is lighter than almost every 10-inch tablet out there. In the front, on top, we have the 3.15 megapixel front-facing camera and the stereo speakers. At the back, we have another similar 3.15 megapixel camera and the Notion Inc. logo. Both cameras perform as you would expect them to. Not too great, but okay enough for the occasional Instagram pic when you're too lazy to pull your phone out. Though I have no idea why someone would shoot videos with a 10.1-inch tablet, here's a video sample. The quality is actually pretty decent. Moving on to the display, things aren't as rosy. The 10.1-inch 1280 by 800 pixel IPS display gives the Atom 2 a pixel density of 150 pixels per inch, and that's bad for a tablet in 2014. The display choice, on the other hand, or rather Notion Inc.'s decision to move away from the unique Pixel Qi display used in the Atom 1 is to be appreciated. While Pixel Qi brought with it something unique to the original Atom, a head turner, a headline stealer, it was also true that it had extremely bad viewing angles. As someone with first-hand experience, I can attest to that. But the Asahi glass-covered LCD IPS display used here is much better. Though it's a bit of a fingerprint magnet, viewing angles are way better this time around. Under the hood, the Atom 2 is powered by the Rockchip RK3066 chipset that houses two Cortex A9 cores clocked at 1.5 GHz each, coupled with a Mali 400 GPU and 1 GB of RAM. The performance isn't great. The Atom 2 froze on us quite a few times. While it's good enough to read a book or watch a video on or browse once in a while, in its current state, it isn't gonna be good for any intensive tasks or multitasking in general. But surprisingly, gaming on the Atom 2 was good. The Mali 400 GPU handled moderately intensive games just fine, but we felt seriously let down when it came to audio. Notion Inc. promised best-in-class audio with their 1-watt stereo speakers. While the audio quality is definitely good, the levels are too low. Moving on, the Atom 2 is powered by a non-user replaceable 6000 mAh battery. The battery life is great. On a looping video playback test, the Atom 2 lasted for around 9 hours. And that's a 1080p video playing here, by the way. A testament to the Atom 2's video playing prowess. It's also worth noting that the Atom 2 uses a micro USB port to charge and can even be charged from a PC. Yes, it will be slower, but I'm glad that there is an option to do so. Also, the micro USB port supports USB OTG, so you can plug in a flash drive or a wireless keyboard or mouse. Now we get to the software. The Atom 2 runs an almost stock version of Android 4.2.2 Jelly Bean with very minor changes, like for example, the addition of an option to set your customized message for the secondary display. With the original Atom, Notion Inc. used a heavily skinned Eden UI on top of Android 2.3 Gingerbread. The move to an almost stock interface here is a welcome change. Everybody makes mistakes. It's great to see a company acknowledge its shortcomings and make sure history isn't repeated. Like I mentioned earlier, multitasking seems to be an issue, with the Atom 2 stuttering whenever too many apps were open in the background. Hopefully, a quick update to Android 4.4 KitKat should fix this, since KitKat is designed to be a lot less demanding on the hardware than previous iterations. And yeah, the secondary display. It's refreshing to see an Indian company try to innovate, and it certainly works to an extent. Having the option to check out time or other little snippets of information is a nice little touch, and Notion Ink has promised more features to be added soon. While I'll take Notion Ink's promises with a grain of salt given their history, well, here's where I need to go off topic for a minute. Today, most so-called major Indian manufacturers are happy buying pre-designed phones and tablets from Chinese OEMs and rebranding them, selling them for a profit. The end result here, we got a bunch of similar looking devices with very little to tell them apart, barring the manufacturer logos, of course. Here's where I have the utmost respect for Notion Ink. This tablet has been designed by a team in India, and they actually had a design in mind. Good or bad, what's important is that they stuck to it. Well, yes, like with all manufacturers, Notion Ink's primary objective here is to get this tablet out, sell it to as many people as possible. Notion Ink seem to have a few ideals that they refuse to compromise on. Say for example, they could have saved a few bucks by going with an all-plastic design or omitting the extra ports or even the secondary displays. But no, they had something in mind, and they made sure that that's what the consumer ended up receiving. And the end result here is an entry-level tablet which looks fabulous and definitely stands apart from the competition. But the performance issues on Jelly Bean 4.2.2 means I wouldn't be recommending this to anyone who's looking to do something intensive, but this could be a great secondary device or even a primary device for someone who's just getting acquainted with Android. So that brings us to the end of this review. Those were my thoughts. What's yours? What do you guys think about the Atom 2? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. So anyway, if you guys do want to pick up an Atom 2, you can do that from Notion Ink's official store. I'll leave links right below the like button. So once again, thanks a lot for your time. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, this is Ash here from C4E Tech signing off. You guys have a great day. Bye bye now.